The federal government is currently shut down. This is a Schumer shutdown. Nebraskans' services will be limited under the Schumer shutdown. Chuck Schumer and the Democrats are directly responsible for creating this. I'm fighting to end this Schumer shutdown and responsibly fund the government. Republicans offered Chuck Schumer and the Democrats a clean extension of the current bipartisan spending deal. Democrats voted it down. They are hypocrites. They voted for 13 continuing resolutions under Joe Biden. That includes voting for this very budget. In fact, these are the same funding levels they voted for 4 times in the last 18 months. Chuck Schumer voted for it all 4 times. Yes, Chuck Schumer voted for these spending levels 4 times in a row. But now, to appease the far-left activists, he's chosen to shut down. What a hypocrite. It's the height of hypocrisy. Here's what Chuck Schumer specifically said about these shutdowns. Back in 2013, Schumer was asked in an interview, actually this is what Chuck Schumer said in an interview, what if I persuaded my caucus to say, I'm going to shut down the government. I'm not going to pay our bills unless I get my way. It's the politics of idiocy, of confrontation, of paralysis. In January 2024, he said, passing the CR, of course, will avert a harmful and unnecessary government shutdown. No reasonable member on either side, Democrat or Republican, wants a government shutdown. Both sides recognize that a government shutdown would mean crushing delays to veterans programs, delays to nutrition programs for women, infants, and children, delayed benefits for our military, and so much more. Here's what Schumer also said in January 2024. Avoiding a shutdown is very good news for the country, for our veterans, for parents and children, for farmers and small businesses, all of whom would have felt the sting had the government shut down. Schumer said, if the government shuts down, it will be the average American who suffers most. A government shutdown means seniors who rely on Social Security will be thrown in chaos. Veterans could see regional VA offices shut down and support services put on hold. Some of our military service members could be forced to work without pay. Now, here's what Connecticut Democrat Chris Murphy said in 2013, talking about the need for a funding bill that avoids partisan debates on health care. There is a time and a place to debate health care, but not when the funding of the federal government and all the lives that are impacted by it hang in the balance. The hypocrisy of Schumer and the Democrats is breathtaking. Now, Schumer is holding the federal government and hardworking Nebraskans hostage. Chuck Schumer demanded $1 trillion of partisan spending in exchange for keeping the government open for just 7 weeks. He demanded free health care for illegal aliens. He demanded that we eliminate the $50 billion rural health care fund that Nebraskans will rely on. He also wants to restore the burdensome staffing level rule that would force the closing of rural nursing homes in Nebraska. Chuck Schumer's demands aren't reasonable. These are radical policies that will hurt Nebraskans. Meanwhile, my Republican colleagues and I are working to responsibly fund the government. We continue to advocate for a clean continuing resolution. This extension would give the Congress more time to work through the regular appropriations process. We passed 3 bipartisan appropriations bills before the August state work period. The Appropriations Committee has readied more bipartisan appropriation bills for consideration. Senate Republicans want to pass appropriation bills through the regular process. A clean continuing resolution means extending the current bipartisan spending deal. Passing a clean CR is what we as Republicans are fighting to do. It was also the position of 3 Senate Democrats. John Fetterman, Catherine Cortez Masto, and Independent Angus King, who caucuses with the Democrats, all voted for a clean CR last night. Instead of being reasonable, pro-shutdown Democrats are playing political games. This is harming all hardworking Nebraskans. When the federal government runs out of funding, service levels decline. Some programs stop. For example, women and children who cannot enroll in the WIC program. While Social Security checks will continue to go out, Social Security's customer service could be disrupted. Veterans and their families could face delays in accessing benefits. National parks might close. The taxpayer advocate will be unavailable to help with IRS questions. My Republican colleagues and I will continue working to pass a clean funding bill. That way, essential services will be protected. We will continue working to complete the regular appropriations process and responsibly fund government. I am fighting to support Nebraska seniors, service members, veterans, workers, families, and everyone who interacts with the federal government. They deserve a government that works. Schumer must end this Schumer shutdown.